Hello everyone, it's Tyloriusmaximus here, and I have to say, Company of Heroes 1 was one of my favorite games, and today I'm going to be reviewing Company of Heroes 2, well, the beta version. You can get it now by pre-ordering Company of Heroes 2 on Steam. I'd just like to say this is a great game, Company of Heroes 2, at least the beta is truly amazing. It's basically perfect, other than a few things, like, I'd say, mortars are way too overpowered. Like in Company of Heroes 1, snipers were the overpowered things. But in this game, it's definitely the mortars. Like, it's crazy. Like, the enemy can have 3 mortars, it can be taking out my whole army. And also, I do think the Russian side is a bit more powerful than the German side because of their field support guns. But other than those two things, it's really amazing and it's really fun to play. You just kind of have to work around the mortar issue and just build a shit ton of mortars yourself. And the field support guns just kind of have to, kill theirs and take them. And also, that's another thing that's really amazing about this game. If you damage a vehicle to a certain extent, they'll actually abandon the vehicle, and you can take over it and repair it. And they auto retreat. Like if they're really pinned and dying really fast, they'll retreat by themselves. So, they'll just abandon whatever they're holding, and then you can go and pick it up. So if they're an anti-tank gun, which I know you could do in the first game, you could take those. And also, I'm pretty sure it's the Russian MG actually is wheeled around, so their setup time is drastically less. A good thing that they did is definitely made it so each squad has more people, so a sniper is less effective. Because, like I said, snipers were way too overpowered in the first game. I could just run like 10 snipers and be taking out everyone. Also, it seems like the AI for like easy, medium, hard has been increased, so easy is actually a lot easier than before. Easy is not like MLG Pro. And the sound, the biggest improvement is the sound and graphics. Like, they're outstanding. Like, it cannot get much better. The sound's really deep, and when you're really far away, like you can see right now, you hear it. And also the graphics are vastly improved, and the voiceovers are still amazing as always. They also changed the capping kind of system. They're blank points, they're blank positions that they give you they raise your pop cap, but they don't raise your fuel or manpower, most of them, and then you can put a cap on it, which will make them, get that so you can actually choose what they make for you. Also, as you can see here, I'm the Germans. I'm placing barbed wire just like in the old game. But the Russians, they don't place barbed wire like that. They actually place a big patch of barbed wire, which will be good to put on an objective, which, it'll help you cover because they move a lot slower and they're a lot easier to hit as they're lying down underneath the barbed wire. And another thing is, it seems like the game is a lot faster paced. It seems like stuff happens a lot quicker and the enemies attack a lot quicker. But your teammates also don't seem as smart. Same with the enemies. They just don't seem as smart, as they don't go for an empty objective. When they've got no commands what to do, they go right into the middle of the battle instead of playing tactical and going for the top objective, which still hasn't been capped. And we could be ahead by 3 positions right now. And as you can see, the flamethrowers are just as powerful as ever, but they're, I think, easier to get. And same with weapon upgrades for people. It's a lot for your grenadiers. It's a lot easier to get them, and which I like. It makes your team more powerful. And in this game as well, your guns actually seem to kill. They don't seem to miss 90% of the shots, which is really good. So I'm actually hitting on, when I'm hitting on target, it's not like they're eating the bullets or they're just tanking the bullets and not hurting them. You can actually see their HP going down, down, down. And enemies die quicker, but they also reinforce quicker. And as you can see right there, mortars are going off. It's really overpowered. I think they have to fix that. It's way too powerful. And another thing I think they have to fix is, it's just like in the old Campy Heroes, the AI seem to give up at a certain point. Like if you're in like a 45-minute game against the enemies, especially with the lower level ones, they just give up. And after a while, if you keep pushing them, they'll just stop fighting and they'll be like, okay, we'll have a few troops back at our base, but we won't push. And it gets really annoying because you're ready to fight, and then where's the enemy? There's also a lot more trenches in this game. There's a lot like trenches in the back naturally placed around the map, so you don't have to be like British like in the old game to place trenches. They're already there for you. Not actual trenches, but you can walk in them. There's a lot more cover. It seems like the map's more detailed, and there's the new HUD here. You see, at the top right of the screen, you can see all your troops pretty easily, which I like. And on the second row would be my tanks, if I had any right now, or armored vehicles. And then the mini map in the left as normal. And when you're calling troops, they appear in kind of in the center right area. And just if you click on the building, it will show what troops are being built. But you can only do a maximum of 3 at once, which I think they should raise to like 4 or 5. And I think they should make it bigger. Like 90% of that middle area with the German logo in it, 90% of it, when you click on a building, shows what the building is, not what's being created in the building. Like someone who's played the game for a while knows what the building does, and they don't really need that, which I find is kind of dumb. And also, like you see those little crosshairs right there, or whatever, meaning they're attacking or under attack, one of those two. And so it's good to see which ones are actually being fired at. So on the left side of the screen, you can see all the activity that's going on. And the new the new system for manpower is, or it might be all resources, but I'm pretty sure it's just for manpower. You actually get less if you're dominating, to give the other team a chance to catch up. So that's kind of unfair, but it gives the other team a chance to fight back, which makes the game more interesting. And also, above, if you clicked on a troop or on a squad, by the picture of them, it'll show up to 3 stars. Right now, the one I'm on right now has no stars filled up, meaning it's not that experienced. And on the top right of the picture there, it shows its kills. So you can see how many kills it has, which is good. It just shows how close it is to getting a star. The bars there. And you can heal it, and you can actually heal a whole group. If you highlight on a whole group and you want to give them troops back, you just click 3 or 4 times and you get your troops back. It'll do it for all of them, not just the one you're clicked on, which makes it a lot easier to do if you don't have to go to each individual thing, each individual guy. Games seem just as long as in the old game. This is just a quick game because I just got lucky and finished the game pretty quick. But most of the time games are half hour, 45 minutes, even into the hour marks. And the general game, when you start it up and you're looking for lobby, or in your lobby playing with your friends, is a lot nicer. It just seems a lot cleaner and it works better. I think even if they kept the game like this right now, like as it is, it'd still be a huge improvement over Campy Heroes 1. But there's still a few things like mortars they have to change, and maybe make snipers have a bit higher fire rate, because they do seem a bit underpowered, at least in my opinion, and you never see anyone using them, at least in my experience. And they should also make the Russian field support guns weaker, or make the German AT guns stronger, because it definitely seems like the field support guns dominate the game as well as the mortars. That seems to be the gist of the game. I hope you like my little review of the beta, or my thoughts on the beta, and just enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Ready for deployment. Die!